Hi, this is Habiba. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. It's very easy to do so. Today, I want us to analyze the express entry stream. Let's look at what's going on in, what's been going on in 2024, how Immigration Canada has been conducting its draws. Let's look at the streams of people that have been successful, the skilled workers that Canada are inviting this year. Now, we're not just analyzing this for analyzing's sake, but I think it's really important so that if you're in the pool or you want to start this journey and you're thinking of this stream, you know what you need to do to put yourself in a good light. You can also see the skill sets that Canada is looking at right now. Okay, so if you have a background in that, you can quickly apply. Let's get started. So before we dive into that, for people that are just starting their Canada immigration journey, or if you're new to my channel, you're new to all things, let me just quickly explain what the express entry stream is. So when you hear people say, oh, I'm coming to Canada, or I want to come to Canada as a PR, as a permanent resident, this is one of the streams available, the Federal Express stream. The stream is very popular. A lot of us came using the stream. One of the things that put the stream apart from other work permit streams is the fact that it's point-based. What this means is that there's some criteria you have to meet. Okay, you don't need a job for this stream. If you have a job, great, you get more points, but there's some criteria you have to meet, and you are given points for the different criteria. Points are allocated, so you'll get points for your years of work experience, your age, the language exams, which you cannot avoid, either the English or the French. Okay, you're given points, so it's point based. Now, the people that are usually successful are people that have high points, really good points. Okay, now in any given time, you have hundreds of thousands of people applying for this stream, people that have met this criteria that are applying. Okay, now in the past, like when we started this journey about 5-6 years ago from Nigeria, the way the draws used to be is the people with the highest, okay, there'll be a cutoff mark, there'll be a minimum, there'll be a cutoff, then the people with the highest will get an invitation to apply from IRCC. So when you hear ITA, a lot of people are excited. It means you can, your points are, IRCC have chosen your points and you can now apply. Okay, but in the past couple of years, this has changed, and we're going to analyze the draws that have happened this year so that how the pool looks like. There are hundreds of thousands of people waiting for an invitation to apply. You can see what Canada is currently looking for now based on the draws that they've had in the past couple of weeks, based on the draws that happened in 2024. And if you have the skill set, the background for any of these draws, and you're still dragging your feet thinking about whether you should apply now, whether you should start getting ready to create an express entry profile, this is the time to do it. Okay, and in doing that, I want us to focus on the screen. So you will see, let's analyze the draws that have happened in 2024. The first couple of draws in January were general draws. Okay, and you can see the scores are in their 500s. For this, you're probably below the age of 30 or 35. You have a master's or a PhD. Scores are quite high. 500 plus is really, really high. Okay, then when you scroll up, you see that Canada starts doing targeted draws. They're targeting French speakers or bilingual candidates. What this simply means is you've taken the French and the English exam and you have decent scores. Okay, so it doesn't mean you have to be fluent in both of them. You're probably fluent in one and you've probably taken classes for another one, but you must demonstrate that you've taken both exams. Then you see some draws, some healthcare worker stream draws. Yes, healthcare workers are still in high demand. You see some skill trades draws. Okay, now what I want you to look at is the points. Some of the lowest points we are seeing that are achievable are for the French-speaking draws. So we're in July 2024. If we go up to the top, you see that in the past, month, in the past couple of weeks, Canada has had a few draws for French speakers. And those scores are in the 400s. And I can tell you right now that 420 is achievable. You don't need a master's for it. You don't need a job for it. You can have a first degree. But what is really important is that you need to show proficiency in English and in French. Okay, so a lot of people are complaining right now that the scores are really high. How am I going to get 500 or 600? That's true. The scores are really high. But then look at the low scores that are achievable, that we can call low-hanging fruits. You need French. Now, French speakers will be thinking, great. So you can, go ahead and create a profile. But if you don't have a background in French, you're not from a French speaking, it's not the end of the world. I've talked about this before. You can go and learn French. People have done it in 6 months and they've taken the test, they've taken the exam. Okay, having the 2 exams gives you a lot of points, hundreds of points. Of course, you still need to show, have some years of work experience. You still need to get your credentials evaluated. But for this, you don't need a master's, you don't need a PhD, you don't need a job offer, but you need those 2. And it's doable. People are doing it all the time. Okay, now if you're in the trade industry as well, okay, so skill trade, plumbing, an electrician, or you have that background, Canada is also looking for people with this background. The transportation industry is so big here as well. And of course, healthcare. And if you're in the STEM industry, okay, so just something for you to consider. When people say the scores are too high, look at the draw that happened a few days ago. 1,800 invitation for French, people that could show the French, that they've taken the French exam. A couple of weeks ago, there was over 3,000 invitations for people, French proficiency again. Like I said, you don't have to be excellent. You don't have to be a native speaker. Your first language can be English. You just have to take the other exam, obviously take classes. 6 months, 9 months doable, take the exam, get your points. There's about 100 points for grabs if you take a second exam, okay? So worth considering. People are still contemplating what the next couple of draws are gonna be. We still have 5 more months till the end of the year. I can tell you there's gonna be more French-speaking draws, because this is one of the mandate for Immigration Canada, is to strengthen the French history here in Canada. So there's going to be definitely more French draws. You're going to have more healthcare draws, I can tell you that. Canada is in need of healthcare workers, and more skill trade draws as well. So if you're in that field, worth considering. If you have any questions, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Send me a DM on Instagram. I spend half my time there. Or you can put a question in the comment section and I would respond as soon as possible. I hope you found that really helpful. Keep watching People's Canadian Journey. Take care.